Well, first, I would just want to say thank you to the Roundtable group for getting this to Joe's Club. I mean, I was telling him earlier, it's been tremendous, and I can't wait to show you all um, just how amazing it is. But I just want to say thank you so much for all the tech support and getting everything set up. Like, I'm a millennial. I thought I was pretty tech savvy, but Charlie really hit it home with making the playlist and everything. So I just wanted to mention real quick about the certification process. It was so easy. I had myself and three other staff. I work at Joe's Club, and so it's an adult day center, and so it's hard to take time out of the day to do training. And so with Music and Memories or Live Inside, it was just 2 days, two 90-minute trainings, and it was online, super informative on why this is important, how it works in the brain, how it affects the brain. And then it also talks about, like Charlie just said, choosing the music, using the device, finding your music. And the program itself has supplied a lot of great resources. So with Joe's Club, we use the flyer that they have to get our members interested. Then we use the permission slip. Then we use this great thing called the Music and Memory Expanded Artist Matrix, because obviously we're doing it on a larger scale. So I'm doing it on over 10 people. So it's a little bit trickier because, like you all just said, every person's playlist is different. And so imagine multiple people putting that together. So that's kind of what we've noticed with the assessment process is it is very much finding the personalized music. I had a staff member that was like, why is this taking so long? Just put a bunch of popular songs on a playlist, be done with it. It doesn't work that way, right? It has to be music that sparks some kind of positive emotion, some kind of positive behavior, smiling, dancing. It has to be something like that. If you just play any music and you get no reaction, then how's that any different than just playing background noise, right? So what we do is the family send in this music matrix, and I'm going to show you a video of some of these members. I go on Spotify, like Charlie was just saying, and basically what they circled or what their preferences were, I go through and I make a playlist of probably about, it's like 100 songs, I'm not gonna lie. Because Spotify is so easy, you just drop all these playlists to one folder, and then I just go through, I sit with the member, I play the song, I watch them, any reaction, nope, delete, next song. It's pretty obvious if they're going to like the song or not. You can know pretty much within the first 30 seconds if it's a hit or not. And so you can go through the playlist of 100 songs, within an hour or something and I usually get about 20 to 25 of positive emotion evoking songs. And then Charlie makes my playlist and then I get it on the headset. So I'm going to show you a video shortly of what that looks like. But again, going back to it's so important to get music from their teenage years. Okay. Um, for example, what we kind of ran into is that sometimes the caregivers didn't know the favorite songs or they thought they knew the favorite songs. They might have picked songs that the loved one responded to, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, but now they're not responding to it. So it's very important to go back in time. For example, I have Miss Patrice here. Her daughter said, she loves rock music. She loves Led Zeppelin, Nirvana, Stained, all kinds of newer rock music, right? But then she also put a note here that she grew up in the 50s, but she does like all rock music, a huge variety from the 50s to the 2010s. She just doesn't know what older band she likes. So I played a playlist of Led Zeppelin and Nirvana and Matchbox. No reaction. I put on some music from the 60s because she would have been a teenager in the 60s if she was born in the 50s. Boom, big reactions, dancing. She was going pop, 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 pop. And this lady, she usually has very prominent aphasia, so she doesn't speak much, she doesn't move much. And to see her going like pa pa pa, I was like, whoa, Miss Patrice, are you okay? Like she was really into it, and she was on beat, and she was singing out loud. I've never even heard her talk before. So to hear her speaking, I was like, this is incredible. And I'll show you a video really quick. But again, it's so important. They may have loved a song 20 years ago, but you got to go further back, literally to their teenage years. And so some of these playlists, I had a caregiver that just said the 50s and the 60s. So that's going to be a 100-song playlist of the top songs from the 50s and the 60s that I'm going to go through with Miss Marilyn and figure out what are her favorite songs, as you just said, 50s and 60s. Okay. But let me pull up my screen real quick. I actually have Spotify up right now because I was working on some playlist. Let's see, screen to make sure I can share sound. So can everybody see this? This is Spotify, right? So look at all these options. I literally just type in, top 60s. And then I can get top 60s tracks right here. And boom, you can just add it to a playlist. So over here, I have, Miss Lola's playlist. So Miss Carol's playlist, Miss Marilyn's, this was the one that her husband said just 50s and 60s music. So she has 145 songs that I'm going to go through and do the assessment with. Again, it's very, very important. You got to play through the songs and see, do they have a positive reaction to it? Do they have a reaction at all to it? If there's no reaction, it's not a memory evoking type of song, right? Okay, so that is Spotify. Whose videos first? Okay, first I want to show Miss Patrice's video first. Oh, where'd it go? We might be getting hold, please. Okay, that's not Miss Patrice. There she is. Okay, so Miss Patrice, oh, it just broke. Miss Patrice is a younger woman, not quite 70s just yet. She has very strong aphasia. She doesn't speak a lot. She does smile a lot, but she kind of just keeps to herself and it doesn't really engage much with the staff. No challenging behaviors, anything like I said. She just keeps to herself. There she is. But to kind of enrich her experience at Joe's Club, why not give her some personalized music, right? So can everybody see the woman on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to show without the headset. That's right now. She loves baby dolls. So this is before, and then it's going to morph into the headset. You'll be able to see the difference.
Jeśli nie za pizza, a pieścić skądś na to. What is that? What is that? It's okay.
So incredible. I mean, I get goosebumps every time I watch that because she was falling asleep just sitting there. She wasn't engaged. She wasn't really doing much. She wasn't engaging with the baby doll yet or anything. She was just kind of hanging out. As soon as you put the music on, she was singing. Incredible. So this next lady is Miss Lucy. She younger 70s. She only speaks Russian. Now you would think, oh, well, you just get a Russian playlist. Well, we did put some Russian on her playlist, but she responded to American music because she's been over here for a long time. But because of her dementia, she's reverted back to her native language, so she only speaks Russian. And her daughter said it's actually kind of like aphasia Russian because it's word jumbled. It does this the Russian she's speaking, it doesn't make sense. With Miss Lucy, sometimes she is a little resistant. Okay. Sometimes we have to, she's wearing a special watch that we have that can track her sleep and her steps and things like that. So every day we have to take the watch off to collect the data and to wash it and change the batteries or whatever. Well, sometimes she'll sit like this. Once Miss Lucy sits like this, you're not getting her to open her arms. And she'll look you in the face and say babushka, a bunch of probably not nice things in Russian. Dead in the eye, will not undo her arms, right? So this video will kind of show you how she comes alive with the music. And because of the music, after about 30 minutes of listening to it, she opened her arms and I got the watch. So this is actually used as a great intervention as well. But this is Miss Lucy.
She loves music. Oh, oh, oh. Oh,
She's literally listening to Elvis and the Beach Boys, and she loves it. But look at this. Look at her face before. She's just kind of not having it, right? She doesn't want to be there. She's kind of sitting there. But then you fast forward it, literally, this is within less than 5 minutes, and she's smiling. She just has so much joy in her eyes. Like, this stuff is magic. So we have, thanks to the Roundtable Dementia Support Group, we have 12 headsets. So obviously with the interchangeable music cards, we are going to do a bunch more. But yeah, we're bringing it to Joe's Club. We've got the 3 so far. I have 3 more playlists in the pipeline, and I just keep going. But yeah, thank you all so much again. The support has been incredible. I do want to do a second part to this eventually, showing the assessment process, just to kind of show this is no reaction. This is dancing, right? This is a reaction, okay? But thank you all so much.
Deidra, thank you for being here and sharing all of that. What a wonderful thing. I mean, the biggest thanks goes to Dan Cohen. And, you know, I found Dan listening to a dementia podcast called Dementia Matters. And it really is, you inspired us, Dan.